Okay, we can start with this session, and for today's session we will learn about LinkedIn. This is regarding your profile, and you will mention your experience, your education, then your skill set, then recommendation, your voluntary experience. So these are the details you can enter. Also, whatever organizations you have worked with, that also can be added within the LinkedIn profile. So for example, you are having different connections. Okay, so suppose this one is your profile and this is your connection. With this will be considered as your first connection. This will be considered as second connection if this particular person or profile is not in your network, but it's part of your first connection, then only it will be your second connection. Suppose another person is there who is network person with this second connection, it will be considered as the third connection. So if any HR is searching for your profile, search results will be sorted along with your first, second, third connection. So first connection will be at the top. After that, HR will get search result for the second connection, then third, and then fourth level of connections over here. So if you are increasing your connections, for example, suppose you are having 5,000 plus connections, so this profile will be great for any HR searching for any keywords, and then your profile will be searched over there. Now whatever title that you are including in your profile, that is very important part here. Also within a experience and within a skill set, which keywords you are entering for the profile, that will be a great thing for searching, for getting your search results. Okay, and for example, suppose you are having a title that AWS keyword has been used over here. Also within your skill set, AWS is there, that is Amazon Web Services. So if any HR is entering a keyword for AWS engineer, for example, so this keyword will be searched for your title first, your experience level, your skill set, and then as per the hierarchy, like first connection, second connection, third connection, fourth connection. Now I'm just showing you my LinkedIn, and from here, suppose I'm an HR, so I will search for any AWS developer, and connections are having AWS keywords, so these connections will be at the first level. Later on, if direct keyword is being matched, then second connections are also shown, and after that third, fourth connections will be there. So likewise, whatever keywords you are using, these will be fetched only. That you are showcasing your skill set, your experience, and your previous job positions as well. For example, I have worked as a technical reviewer for one of organizations, so I have included that type of keyword. I'm already working as a trainer, so I have included word as a trainer over here. After title, you can focus on about section. So this should be exposing, this should be exposed via other people. So make sure that the keywords that you are using are very simple to understand, and these keywords should be a technical. For example, if you have worked with the S3 service in AWS, EFS service, or E, or what we can say, any storage services are there. So rather than including name of services, ebase, okay, rather than including name of services in common, you can just include a word storage here. Okay, so that will cover all the services which are available in AWS. Suppose you are having networking experience, AWS networking. So rather than entering VPC, VPN, firewall, etc., etc., you can just simply add a keyword cloud networking. Okay, so also you can include security, databases, etc. This common keyword should be there in your description, profile description. Then you can mention your regarding your job profiles that you have worked with, or the skill set profiles. For example, suppose you are having hands-on experience with Azure administration, hands-on experience with providing AWS solutions, if you are good with the system administration. So these type of keywords are important within your 4 to 5 lines about in about section. Also, whatever tools you are having hands-on experience with, you can include that. That is Git, Docker, Terraform, Ansible, Shape, Puppet, Kubernetes, etc., etc. Most of the cases we are working with the server, so you can include that having experience with Linux servers, Windows servers. Then with this job profile, AWS or DevOps positions, development environment experience is important. But if you're not having, don't include that type of keywords. So you can include cloud development experience if you're having it, so that after cloud development you have turned towards DevOps experience. That may be a good key skill to showcase. Also, along with that, as you are trying for DevOps position, so infrastructure automation, containerization, and configuration management, this type of keywords should be there. Or suppose you are good with Jenkins, you can include pipelining processes. If you are good with the Red Hat administration, just you can try for also adding system administration. So this type of keywords you can use within your about section along with your some educational background. Suppose you are graduate, you are just a fresher, just include at the top graduate in CSIT, a recent CSIT graduate seeking for this job opportunity within a one line. And if you are having experience, you can include that one too. So this is about section. After that, suppose you are providing some extra services from your side, like technical writing, or you are consulting for the few firms, you are providing training, you are providing public speaking, resume review services, or any IT consulting part, you can also include that. Make sure that you are having your own website, make sure that you are having your own platform from where any clients or customers can contact you in that case. So this is the feature part. Within a feature part, you can include any important post, your achievements, etc., etc., over this. Then most important part is regarding experience. So if you are checking for experience tab, make sure that you are selecting for official web pages, for particular organization or companies. Also, you need to specify what was the job position. Yes. Oh. So you need to specify the job positions and timeline regarding it, when you have joined particular organization and when you have left it. Also, type of job you need to specify, part-time, freelancer, etc., etc., or full-time in that case. And when somebody is clicking on this experience tab, make sure that you have arranged it via some tabs, or via some bullet points. Okay, you can include it as per your job profile. If any freelancing experience are there, or if you are doing some extra work, you can also include that one too. So in case of fresher, any freelancing project, and that was done for any small organization, you can also include that one too as a experience level. In education tab, you need to search for official web pages, official pages, LinkedIn pages from universities and from colleges. If university pages are having more followers, include that one in that case, so that you later on when you are trying for the increasing your network connections, you will get similar type of connections over there. You will get uh, the previous colleagues connections from the same institute, and specify proper degree name over there, and also specify the year of completion with the period. So after education tab, you can cross check for license and certification. So within license and certification, if you are having any AWS, Azure, IBM certification, you can include it, or GCP certification. If you're not having any this type of certification, I'm just showcasing one website, that is IBM Cognitive Class. The name of website is IBM Cognitive Class. So this will provide you free certifications and free badges. So we have talked about badges part in previous session. We will complete it soon. So there are free certification badges are available from IBM Cognitive Class, and URL for it will be cognitiveclass.ai. Okay, I'm pasting this link in the chat. So if you're signing up for this platform, if you're signing in the same, so number of paths are also there. You can search for particular badges which are available. So for example, if you are completing some courses over there from IBM Cognitive Class, you will get badges from IBM organization. So there are big data certifications are available, badges are available, some cloud badges are also available, some badges which are regarding Kubernetes, IBM Cloud Kubernetes service, that is also available. So you can try for IBM Cloud badge and IBM Kubernetes service badge. Also some Docker badges are also there. You can complete that one in a meantime. And process is very simple. Complete their curriculum, complete their quizzes, and if you are having at least 75% out of 100 marks, you will get a badge from the IBM. When you're signing up for your Credly account, and if you're passing any certificate, automatically that certificate or that badge will be sent via email, and you need to accept that email. And try for free certification from IBM Cognitive Class. You can try for cloud and any DevOps certificate from there to showcase within your profile. And once you are signing up for Credly account, you can click on profile tab from there, and you can edit some part, and whatever badges will be there from your side, that will be hosted here. Suppose you are passing any Azure certificate, that will be also there. AWS certificate, that will be also will be there. But make sure that the email ID that you are using for attempting exam and signing up for Credly profile should be same. So after I'm also showcasing you how to add a certificate here. So if you're clicking on this plus sign, here you need to add a title, then issuing organization, date when the certification has been issued, and credentials URL. So that credentials URL will be there if you're clicking on any badge from Credly account. So this particular URL, you can copy it and then you can add it over here, and then you can click on save. So in this way you can add certification details. The next tab is about projects. So if you are completing any project that from the list that I have provided in last session, you need to maintain some documentation here. You can add the title part and description regarding the same, and you can keep your documentation on GitHub and paste link over here. So then next tab is regarding voluntary experience. Suppose you are part of any community. Some platforms are there where suppose you are getting any challenges like a Quora, and you are taking help from there. You can apply for few communities and which are free. Like you can have AWS certified global community if you are having any AWS certificate, and also there is a tech community from Microsoft. Over there, if somebody is facing some challenges on Azure part or any other things, they are maintaining some documents over there. And most important part, that is skill set. Okay, so I'm showcasing how to add a skill set. So there is a plus sign, just click on it and search for official skill set from here. For example, suppose you need to add AWS. Okay, there is a official skill set available, Amazon Web Services, and in bracket AWS will be there. You need to click on that skill set only. Suppose you want to add specific services from here, like you are having experience with EC2. So if you're searching for EC2, here Amazon EC2 is the skill set name. So add these only at the primary level. Don't include your own skill set keywords. Whatever skill set are there from LinkedIn side, try to prefer that one, and if that keywords are not there in search results, then you can add your own keywords. For example, suppose I want to add RDS here, that is relational database. So here will be suggestion for you, Amazon relational database service. Click on it and then click on save. And when you are adding any skill set, you can specify where you have used that skill set. For example, as per the experience level or project level or certification level, you can tick for specific options and then click on save. Totally there was limitation for 50 skill sets. Right now they have increased regarding the same. The last part is for recommendation. Suppose you have worked with some colleagues and they are also on LinkedIn, and suppose you are trying for few searching for the job, so they can provide you recommendation that you both have worked on the same project or different project, or either you have mentored someone or they have mentored you. Likewise, you can click on recommendation part and you can click on give recommendation. Suppose you want to give recommendation for others, and there is option for asking for recommendation as well. So prefer for asking recommendation mostly, because when somebody is giving you recommendation, that will be showcased first. So here you can click on ask for recommendation. You can search for a particular person and then click on continue and send it. And if you want to provide recommendation for someone, you can click on plus sign, click on give recommendation. From here, suppose you want to give a recommendation, click on any user profile, click on continue. Then here you can select for relationship. Either you managed for someone or somebody has reported to you. Either you was senior to someone or the person is senior to you. You have worked in the same project. You have worked in a different groups, different departments. Either you have worked in the same company or different companies. If somebody has been a client of yours or you was the client of someone, either you have mentored someone or you have taught someone. Okay, in this way you can select a relationship. After that you can select for experience, and then you can write a recommendation. So for writing recommendation, use ChatGPT to generate some text. For example, you can open ChatGPT. From here you can search for create LinkedIn recommendation for, you can also include name Rahul, AWS DevOps position, enter it. Then you can copy this result and check for grammar only, and also you can edit the same. So here I'm pasting example of recommendation here. So this is recommendation for Rahul for AWS and DevOps position. Then publication tab is there. Suppose you are having some research papers or blogs, you can add it over here within a publication. Then courses tab, within a courses tab, suppose you have completed any courses online, you can include them over here. You can click on plus sign, add the course name if any specific code is there. Likewise, we are having a course code for in a university. So for granted courses, codes are there if they are provided from the university or any organization. And then you can include your experience. So within while working with which organization or a company you have completed a course, you can include as per the course details here. Then test course, this is for suppose you have passed any exam and you want to showcase the marks regarding it, you can click on, you can add those in a test course details. Languages, you can include the languages that you know, prefer for the English as a full proficiency, and for Hindi Marathi you can have a native specification. For organization details, whatever organizations you have worked with, you can include them. And at last, these are as per the interest. Suppose you are following any web pages from LinkedIn, that will be showcased over here. If you are part of any group, that will be showcased here. Newsletters, you can also create your own newsletters, and if you are following any organization or company newsletters, that will be over here. And if you are following for any university or any college pages, that will be shown here. So this was regarding profiling. Most important thing, you should upload your resume in a settings tab. So if you are checking for your settings and privacy details, so you need to click on data privacy within job seeking preferences, then click on job application setting, and here you need to upload your resume, and HR will cross check for this type of resume. Your resume should match with the skill set that you are showcasing. So for AWS DevOps position, the skill set that you will add, that will be AWS at the top. After that, you can include DevOps, then Jenkins, Shape, Puppet. Any programming language you are having hands-on with, you can include Java, Python, C, CPP, .NET, etc., etc. We have practice for the web server, so you can include web servers as the skill set. Elastic load balancer, which is skill set related to AWS. Auto scaling also skill set related to AWS. Then CLI means command line interface, as we have worked with the terminals, so you can include CLI as the skill set. Windows Server, parallel to Linux operating system, you can also showcase for Windows Server. We have tried for RDP connections, right, in the first week of sessions. You can include Kubernetes, Docker products, Terraform, Jenkins, Ansible, Shape.io, Puppet, Maven, Git, GitHub. Then infrastructure as a code, that will also including your Terraform and AWS Cloud Formation Service. CI/CD, which will include your Jenkins. S3, that is for storage level. Containers, which will also including your Docker and Kubernetes. EKS, ECS and ECR for AWS managed container services. EBS, that is storage service. EF is also storage service that we have covered. And then YAML and shell scripting, you can include JSON YAML. These are optional things. Shell scripting you can include, and you can include cloud computing as the skill set, DevOps as the skill set. That's it. Okay, these are the skill sets possibly you can add for the AWS DevOps position. And suppose you are thinking like that, right now you are not having any hands-on experience, and how to include that, or how to try for updating us your LinkedIn profile if project has been not completed yet. So directly go for it, because If you are including these keywords, then only somebody will connect for your search results, and then only they can contact you. If you're not adding these keywords in your profile, you will not somebody can't connect with you for job requirements, because ultimately HR will search for Kubernetes keyword. Okay, and if the Kubernetes keyword is not there in title or your skill set or within your experience tab or your projects tab, then ultimately your profile will not be there at the top search results. So here you can see that AWS Kubernetes that has been added by this particular user. Here also you can see that Kubernetes engineer that has been added. Here also Kubernetes is there. So keywords are very important, as everything is connected with the algorithms here. Right now, task for you will be create one LinkedIn recommendation. Create one LinkedIn recommendation via ChatGPT. Simply use ChatGPT, add proper query over there. And skill set, I'm just writing it over here. You can mention in your profile. That will be AWS, EC2, S3, IAM, Docker, Kubernetes, Chef, Puppet, Jenkins, Ansible, Terraform. And as per the AWS, we have learned about EFS, EBS, EKS, ECS, ECR. You can primarily include it. Also, if you are having any other type of experience, you can include them. And as per the Linux, you can include Linux, then Windows Server, then shell scripting, any programming language, Python or Java or .NET, etc., etc. So I'm pasting that, and make sure that you are having high number of connections. Suppose your connections are low, then there is no use of LinkedIn. So make sure that you are sending more requests to the people, those who are working in a same domain. So search for, suppose you want to connect with AWS people, search for AWS solutions architect in that case, and directly send friend request until you are getting blocked for a week, because after a week then it will be also open for sending connections. So there is a limitation for sending request here, but until you are not sending request to the so many people, your connection, your profile will not be strong. That's the case. One more trick you can try, that you can post things related to your domain. Suppose you are having some AWS nodes, any Azure nodes or DevOps nodes, you can include that one in your post, so people will like your post and ultimately will send you friend request. That will be a one trick. Also, right now, as people are not directly searching for the exact skill set people, they want the person who will adapt for organization culture, and later on they will boost for skill set. This type of requirements are also there. For example, suppose somebody is having requirement for the Azure person, so they can hire for AWS person and later on they will train them for Azure position. This type of scenario is also going on. So make sure that your profile is complete and you're actively trying for lot more things.